is the mantra, and off we go. We're underway in this NFC wildcard game. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers. They'll have two. Two remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. First down gets 3 up to the 28.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Now a handoff here to his running back. And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. Haskins will throw. And that will be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
So on 4th down, Washington going to call on Tress Way to punt it away. It's taken to the 26. They'll net only 35 here following a 43-yard boot, 8-yard return. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. 34-yard line. Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at the 34. They run for the first time with Justice Hill. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
from the gun, a run for Hill. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 13 yards, first down, Packers.
That's a very nice game there. A confidence-building run. Love the execution up front. And the way he pressed the hole, absolutely perfect.
The first carry now. This is Williams. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 45-yard line.
Let me breathe for a minute. Let me breathe. It's too hot.
On 2nd and 11 now. Rodgers. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
They set up the screen to Hill. And he'll take this to the 47, but no further, as they get him down well short of the line to gain. Only 2 yards, and it'll be a punt on their opening possession. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line.
1-yard line.
You rarely call your punter a weapon, but he certainly was there. How about that? Pinning him down at the 1-yard line and helping out the defense in a big way. I'm telling you what, if I'm a defensive coordinator, I might be thinking safety right now.
And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Out there setting ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And a bit of a daunting task here for this offense as they'll start out at the 1-yard line.
I guess you could easily say there's a whole lot of real estate in front of them if they want to achieve their goal, which is get to the other end zone.
And 99 yards to go if they want to do just that. Haskins from his own end zone. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too.
And a Washington first down.
Now they can breathe a little easier, some room to operate as they've got it 1st and 10 now out past the 20. Here's a handoff out of the gun. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
He's crossing. He's checking three.
On second down, it's Gibson. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Haskins on third down. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 48-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, do you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trite expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
From the 47, it's 2nd and 5.
Check.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. He's going to find his tight end, Boyle. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. On play action, now Rodgers sliding out of the pocket. Gets this one to Hill. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 17 yards on the play there as the Packers have the first down as well.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
On first down, Rodgers. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Rodgers pass intended for Nick Boyle. Incomplete. Landon Collins on the coverage.
Second and 10. A very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Second down pass play got them 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining. They'll try and run for it with Hill. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave them with some options here on 4th and inches.
Less than a yard.
And no field goal try here from the red zone offense out there. They'll go for it on 4th. now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. So on now for the Packers at their all-time leading scorer, Mason Crosby. This a 40-yard attempt from the left hash. And the 13-year man puts it through, and the Packers are off to a 3-0 lead. So still no touchdowns in the first half, but we do have some action on the scoreboard with the field goal. So maybe now the mentality changes in this game because anytime you can get to the red zone, and if you don't come away with 6 points, you feel like it's a disappointment. In a game like this one, being able to kick field goals means you're right there, and you're just looking for that big break to take you over the top.
29-yard line.
Haskins and the Washington offense going to come up here 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. And he'll give it here to his running back. He'll have a first down past the 40 and brought down across the 50 to the 49-yard line. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. Thought they were going to have him down a lot earlier, but he was able to shed that tackle.
Shows the value of the weight room, doesn't it? Shows the value of the attitude when you run the football. Don't go down easily. Break a few tackles. Gain some additional yardage.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. Zadarius Smith able to get him down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now a give, right side. Gibson. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down. Now Haskins to throw it. He rifles one that's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one, or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48. And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. Not much there, only a yard.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Yeah, boy, this burgundy and gold defense charged up now. They stop him behind the line again.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Open man is Hill. He's got it. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. 14 yards, good for a Packer first down.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
first down carry. It's Hill. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Here's Rodgers throwing quickly to the flat. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Davante Adams, 34 yards. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. On is Mason Crosby for the point after. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip.
Next the score, Packers 10, Washington nothing. Mason.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Taken in at the 3. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
Washington takes over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects it.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
And they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6. Now it's Haskins. They'll set up the screen for Gibson. He'll have a first down past the 40. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
They ran that one well. And not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
They'll run on first down. It's Gibson. On the tackle that time, Dean Lowry.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Haskins to throw. And he'll get this to Antonio Gibson, complete. Only a yard there. Sniffed out well defensively, and it brings up 3rd. Now a timeout called for by the defense, as he'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
Just let me breathe for a minute, man. Just let me breathe for a minute. Just let me breathe. It's too hot, drop the top off the wagon. Lay back, fire like...
The Packers bringing in an extra member of the secondary here to try for the 3rd down stop. Here's Haskins out of the gun. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down.
4th down.
Here's Tressway now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. It's a 39-yard punt, 8 on the return, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
20-yard line.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Throwing again. Rodgers. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line.
So first thing that crosses my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely. And from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
On first down, Gibson looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage.
The tackle made.
Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. Now Haskins toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
And Hopkins' kick is good. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
So we come upon halftime here in this NFC Wild Card matchup. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. One of these 2 teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had an ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Again, it's Hill. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
That's out to the left and complete. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
At the 41-yard line.
They'll go with Hill here on first down. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Shotgun now for Rodgers. The left side throw complete to Adams. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 9-yard line. 39, just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Oh, they'll try the jet sweep here with Lazard. And he's taken down inside the 30. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
I think the reason that this play is so successful is not just the blocking at the point of attack, but how about the speed at which he takes the handoff? He's in motion already, so he's not coming from a flat start like a running back often is. He's at a full run by the time he gets the football.
Now a 10th carry for Hill. Great footwork, but still wrangled down before reaching the 20. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Working from the gun, Rodgers. Got an open man, it's Valdez-Scantling. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. He'll get this one into the hands of Lewis. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost his bread and butter. It's a good running back dive play.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers, and he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Packers add on to their lead. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
Taken in at the 3. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
On 2nd and 9, Haskins, his throw incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Haskins. And that is incomplete.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for Washington. Fielded at the 20. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? I mean, they score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, I bet you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and
trying to get it to Adams, but it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
Haskins and the Washington offense going to come up here 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Hands it off out of the gun. Some extra space following the display of power. Down just inside the 45. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup at 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the Packers' 44-yard line.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Gibson, and he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
3-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it's third down.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Out of the shotgun, Haskins. And yet again, Haskins is intercepted. Third time. Picked off by Jair Alexander. There he goes, left side. And into the end zone. It's a pick six and a Packer touchdown.
Touchdown, Packers.
This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. 1 quarter remains in this NFC Wild Card matchup. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Mason Crosby to kick off for Green Bay.
Crosby on now to kick it away. Taken about 7 yards deep, and he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far, and they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a 1st and 10. Call it no gain there on the first down play.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Here's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one good for 26 and a first down.
And a Washington first down.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Looking to throw, Haskins. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
2nd and 9 at the Packers' 49-yard line.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Throwing again, here's Haskins. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. He was looking for C.J. Board there, and it's 3rd down.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Washington on 3rd down, as bad as you can be. 0 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Again, it's Haskins. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Give them 32 on the play.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Haskins on 1st down. That's caught. It's Thomas. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His 2nd catch in a row, 1st down. Haskins back to the air. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived. And I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly. and knocked it free.
And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. Boy, how good has this defense been seemingly all game long?
I really think right from the first snap, I think you're really onto something there. In this passing game, it just can't get off the ground. And that play, it wound up losing yardage.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Haskins going to throw again. And it'll be intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. That interception, maybe the exclamation mark on what really all around has been a good performance.
A fantastic performance. They will enjoy film session. Their grade should be very good on this one. And I think the next time the offense gets the ball, I just think about running it and getting the clock done and getting the heck out of here.
And by the way, semantics here, but before the grammar police come after me, I think it's exclamation point, not mark, right?
You're asking me? Seriously?
Yeah, you're smarter than me. Everybody knows that.
Listen, I go with what you say, my man.
He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. Quick throw caught out wide by Valdez-Scantling. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Usually see those guys out wide get called for holding on running plays. Here a passing play.
Yeah, sometimes we get this quick screen, bubble screen, anything where they're having to block for their fellow receiver, usually at the point of attack, and this time he got caught.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Working out of the gun. Love. And, boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
The Packers on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
Here's J.K. Scott now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And at this point, maybe you say, you know, it was a good effort really just to make the playoffs. They couldn't win their division but did earn a wild card berth. It does appear, however, that their season is just a few minutes away from ending in one-and-done fashion. And the drive starts with a completion left side. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
Throwing again on 2nd down. Haskins. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
Got a man. It's Gibson complete. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. 15 yards the pickup. 1st down, Washington.
Washington.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Come on now, let's go.
So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Let's put them on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus.
Now Haskins on first down. Over the middle, open is Thomas. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That's good for 28 yards. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run around.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And you have to wonder, Charles, in a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8.
Mike, 55, right there in the middle.
They give to Dillon out of the gun.
Number 28.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game.
And 3.
On play action, it's Rodgers. They'll roll him out right. And that will be incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down.
42, Mike 42, check out. Mike 42, that's a screen, that's a screen.
Now it's Haskins. And now here is another interception. Adrian Amos with a pick. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around a defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
Dillon now on 1st and 10. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 14 yards, good for a Packer first down.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Today's final score, Packers
And Charles, on the losing side of things, you know, they didn't come in here as the favorite to these playoffs, but they came in with a lot of hope and anticipation. Tough to have that all snuffed out so quickly.
It really is. You're one of 12 teams when the playoffs begin that still has a chance to win the Super Bowl. So that's pretty darn good. And as you often talk about, a lot of hope when the playoffs start. Well, that ended for them. But when they look back, they'll have a lot to be proud of and see if they turn the page towards the next season.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Packers are winners here as we say so long from Lambeau.